Welcome back to Blueprints, where we are in dare mode, which is why everything is blue. Continue. Day 5. And remember, you should not be watching this if you have not played the game. It is full of spoilers. Everything is a spoiler. Day 5. So, if you have any interest in ever possibly playing this game, stop watching. Do not watch. Play the game first. I believe that I have yes, I have auto stroll turned on and inverted, so I am always at stroll speed instead of walk speed. Right. In any case, we know what all our dares are. I dare you to never draft all 5 rooms in a rank. I dare you to end each day with at least 1 gem. I dare you to not step foot in the pool. I dare you to never draft Den again. If I fail any of those, this dare run is over. If I do any of those, if I fail any of the dares by doing those things, the run is over. Okay, we have the parlor. I need to have a gem at the end of the day. 2 of these statements are true. If that's true, the statement on the blue box is true. Then this is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement, which would mean this was false, and the gems would be here. 2 of these statements are true. If that is false, the statement on the blue box is true. That would also be false, which would force this one to be true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. This is the only true statement, therefore this is where they would be. So either way, this is where they are. I have 2 gems. The run lives. Now, what do I do? Security is good here. Maybe I'll find an upgrade disc. I don't have one now. Let's interact here. There's nothing around, okay. That's good. Set security level, we'll turn that down. And offline mode to unlock. People who have played this will have worked out the reasoning for that. People who have not played this should not be watching. Stop watching. Go play the game. Take lots of notes. We could pantry down into the corner, but then I have to stay away from drafting both. Well, I have to not draft both rooms on the east side of the entrance hall. I could take the closet. Well, the laundry room is a bad idea because that costs a gem and I only have a gem and I need to end the day with a gem, so closet it is. An ivory die. When drafting, you may use a die to roll new floor plans. And a sleep mask. I should go draft to the outer room before I continue. Open gate. Yes, let's rotate. They don't rotate. There's one door for each. I'll take the tool shed. We have the battery pack and the saw. No. The gear wrench. Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. Okay. Those were not the best possible tools. The battery pack is only useful with other things. We now have, yes, with rank 1, file 1 blocked off, I can draft both rooms to the east. I cannot ever touch the den. I have just drafted that, which took away my gem. And I don't even have a key. This is bad. I'm gonna take the breakfast nook, or I could take this, restore my gem. Ooh. Yeah. Get my gem back and a key. Now I'm safe. So, let's open this with the key. It's just got money in it. That's not great. Okay, I've drafted the storeroom there. We can go. I have to not draft all 3 of these, but any 2 of them is okay. So if this one goes straight up, then I'm good. Or if it's a dead end, I'm gonna take the dead end. The guest bedroom for 10 steps. There's no item here. There's no item here. Huh. No item. Okay. Moving on then. Now I have this door, and I have the one in security. I cannot draft the den, so spare room it is, which has nothing in it. The bedroom gives me 1 door. The nursery blocks me off. It costs a gem, and I do not want anything which costs a gem. I could redraw, but the chapel will do. And there is not a gem hanging out here. Rank 3, we have only this room so far. Cannot take the den. Let's see, the corridor. And then I want to go north, which is left. I can take the drawing room, but I cannot draft this door to the south. I cannot go there. It costs a gem, though. I don't want to do that. I cannot risk the dark room because the room that I draft could be the den. The closed exhibit has all security electronic doors, and I cannot open those until I have turned the power off. I will use my redraw die. The breakfast nook and the bedroom both turned down, and opening that door would be bad. So they would be just treated as a dead end here. The pantry goes north. I'll take that. A banana for 3 steps and 4 coins. Now, yes. The den is off limits. The bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. Let's take the boudoir. It's got a gem in it. We've read the letter before. Now, the cloister is interesting. I can't afford it. The breakfast nook gives me a key, which I don't have, so that's good. Yeah, let's take the breakfast nook. Take the bacon and eggs, add a morning room to the draft pool, take the key, and... Ooh, aquarium is new room. Utility closet can turn off security doors. Aquarium costs a gem, probably has a gem in it. I'm gonna take the utility closet. And, I will leave it standard. Now that I am in here, let's turn that off. Turn the gymnasium off. The dark room doesn't matter. Turn the garage on. Do I know what the code is here? This is the utility closet. My notes. Are in alphabetical order. Don't look at that. W, V, T. Why don't I have any notes on this room? T and then V. Ooh. Okay, later on, library books. Don't look at that. It's a spoiler. Big spoilers. You have previously been warned. Sigil rules, why is that there? That probably doesn't belong there. No. I do not know. Okay. What if... Yeah, these notes are incomplete. Quite incomplete. What if I have it in the wrong place? Mailroom. No. Security. Okay, I don't see it here. Well, I don't know the code. That this is a code here, and I don't know what it is. I know it's got something to do with getting them all purple and then going to the right colors, but I don't know what the colors are exactly. So we're moving on. I can draft north of the chapel. I can draft north of security. Let's go to security first. Even though it's the one that's farther away. I have turned off the doors, so if I encounter them, they will be open. Speaking of, since I have turned them off, let's set the security level to high. And offline. Do not ever draft the den. Planetarium is a dead end. The dining room. Ooh. Ah. Okay, I am going to spend one of my gems to rotate the dining room. I cannot go to the west in the dining room. I can only go north. And there's nothing on the table, and the meal will not be served until I reach rank 8. I have reached rank 5. I can't go that way. Are there any keys or coins anywhere? Maybe somebody left a key card, that wouldn't matter. The bedroom? That would be... I don't want to spend my gem. I'll take the library. It is a dead end to me. I cannot go that way. I am going to go back to the chapel. And then if the chapel is locked, I can come back here and open this. And if the chapel opens into a dead end or something that turns left or right, that is the end. However, Swimbird is here. I am a darebird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. There is not a dare I would not do, there is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That is what they say when looking at me. You are not seabird, you are not swim bird, you are friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends? For they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me, and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams and the sea, and wonder why daring feels just like defeat. The end. Now, I cannot draft the library, reminding myself. I cannot draft from there. Okay, north through the chapel. Another coin gone. Here we go. The hallway is an end, the study is an end, and the nursery is an end. If I draft the hallway, well, the hallway I would need to rotate if I were to continue beyond the hallway, which would cost my gem, and I would need to find a gem. The study contains a gem, but it also ends the day. And the nursery ends the day and costs a gem. It might contain a gem, but that taking the gem loses dare mode. So the study it is. Contains a gem and another gem. However, that is the end of the day. I have dared to never draft all 5 rooms in a rank. I have ended the day with at least 1 gem. I have not stepped foot in the pool, and I have not drafted Den. That is the end of this day. Let's call that a day. And do day 6. Cozy cottage with 18 rooms, rank 5, 43 steps, and 4 items. Save and continue. Day 6. Okay, we know this. I should see if I need to even look at that. On day 7, I will look here to see if it's there. The breakfast nook contains a key and bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs is always good. Security costs a gem that I don't have. Bedroom. Okay, I can take the spare room to go across to file 5 in rank 1. And then draft the storeroom gets me a gem, and I need a gem. The closet might have a gem. The storeroom, it's minor items, but more of them. Whereas the closet can have better items, but doesn't always. Now, I cannot draft the first room in rank 1. Let's go to the breakfast nook to continue on, I think. Steps are not that much of an issue. I have yet to go that many steps in a day. I don't want to rotate because I've only got 1 gem. However, in the parlor, I will get 2 gems. Yeah, rotate. Take a chance. One is true, 1 is false, the other we don't know, and 1 contains a gem. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. This does not have the word blue on it. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. So, if this is true, then this would have to be false. And the gems would not be in a blue box, but they would be in a box that had the word blue on it, which would put them here. If this is false, then the gems are in the white box. But this would have to be true, and the gems would be in the blue box. Contradiction. Therefore, this is true. This is false. The gems are here. 2 gems. Okay. I can draft this room, but I do not go south from here. 2 gems in the morning room, and I'll have 2 gems to start tomorrow. Yes. I say yes to that. Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Pile of dirt. Digging spot. Nothing else here. Couple gems. Newspaper article. Now, never set foot in the pool. So I'm not even going to take that. The bedroom is free passage, basically. Pantry is step positive the first time. Let's go with the bedroom. It costs 2 to walk through, and you get 2. let's use a key on this. Ooh, pretty. The key to the secret garden. Spoiler. Now, I can't have the den. The workshop. Ooh. The observatory. Also, ooh. I believe the observatory will give me a gem. Also, it gives me a die today. Thank you. Diamondus Minor. 1 gem. Okay. Yes, I shall draft north. I don't want to close things off so much. Open them up, in fact. Hallway. That means I have pretty much skipped this room. Haven't guaranteed it yet, but pretty much. Yes, we'll go this way. And it is locked. Can't use the secret garden key here. It does not fit. Yeah. Do not draft the den. Nursery is nice. Courtyard is nicer. Both cost a gem. Neither leads north. Sledgehammer. I don't need to use keys on the chests anymore. No shovel yet, so I can't dig. Let's go south. It is generally a good idea strategically to draft the lower rooms first. I have to leave some out in this dare. I have... ooh. The code check has my upgrade disc in it. I don't have a computer anywhere. No, I don't have a computer. Did I draft the outer room today yet? These are all going to be dead ends. I am not going to take the coat check. A key and a sleep mask. Okay. Now, I did not draft the outer room. I should go do that. Let's go do that. Already opened. No shovel. Let's get this room drafted. See what we have today. We have the shelter, the tomb, and the root cellar. Let's go for the shelter. Now, before I go in there, I know a secret about the shelter. The first time it's drafted. Today is day 6. Today is day 6. Day 6. That clock is still ticking, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, okay, there it is. Right. The first day is day 7. Day 1 is day 7. So if you add 1 to 7, you get 8, which is not the way you want to do it. So you want to add to 1 less than that. So if I add 6 to 6, I get day 12. Today is the 12th of November. And it is 15 minutes to 9. Give or take. So I can come in here and set this thing in here. Computer. I was not expecting a computer. Time lock safe. Set unlock date. I can't go backwards to it, huh? November 12 at, it is currently approaching 9, at least an hour in the future. So I want to set it to 10 a.m. Confirm. I happen to know this is... I almost typed in Swimbird. Okay, I think none of this is actually available to me. I would like a shovel. Approve that order. Okay. Remote terminal access? Yeah, I cannot actually go to any of them until I connect. Which I have not done. Electronic mail, no. Okay, there's nothing in here really. There's something in there, but not much. Anyway. Remain where you are. This is a thing which could have been a red letter. But that would mean that it was moved and then put back there, which doesn't make sense. Vitamins, canned water, canned fruit, 3 beds, canned veggies, soup, cans of unknown stuff, more supplies. Okay, so now we're waiting until 10 o'clock, and we have 4 hours after that to get down there again. Until then, we can continue to draft. Yes. Okay, I can take this room in the entrance hall, go this way, and then north. And I have to go straight north into here. Or I could get a dead end there. In any of those. Do not ever draft the den. Okay. I will go with the nursery. It's gonna cost a gem. I get 5 steps because of the sleep mask. I get 2 dice, which is nice. And The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? Well, of course we know. We've all read that book as children. A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assumed, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said. About a red prince and his book. The red book we just read. The end. And that was the dead end there. So we can still get that room and that room off the courtyard. Or this room, then this room and this room. As long as we don't take all of them, or, well, more than the number we're allowed to take. And I don't have the shovel, I have the sledgehammer. We're in the hallway, let's go to the courtyard. And this way, we can draft straight across to the end here. The dining room or the chapel, so we'll take the dining room. For the potential of a meal later on, if ever we get that far. Let's see what this is first before drafting that. I would like this to go the pantry, the drawing room. The drawing room is a gem, and we are still kind of low on gems. That's a really nice room. It's got a gem in it. It's free. And it's got windows. Now, I can draft this south and never touch the dining room door to the south. I can never touch the den. Take security. And don't draft west of that. It costs a gem. I will redraw. Just the corridor. And now I can take this room as long as I don't go beyond it. Spread gems in each green room. If I do not take this, the bunk room would double my gems. This costs a gem and might have gem in it. This has nothing in it. That would cost me my last coin and be a bit of a waste. So let's take the lavatory. There is nothing in there. Is there something in there? There's something in here. Oh! Right. The shelter protected me from red rooms. 3 red rooms. The first 3 red rooms that I draft, I'm protected from. So there are items in here today. A safe deposit box key with a vault. The key card. And some coins. I have 2 doors north. And if one of them is the... What time is it? Where's our clock? It is after 10 o'clock. Okay. If one of them gives me the coat check room, that would be great. I could grab that and return to the shelter. The den must never be drafted. Security, it costs a gem. Let's redraw. I think I'll take the East Wing Hall. It's not what I really want. I've told you what I want. This way. There's coat check. I'm gonna grab that. You don't actually need to ring the bell. Upgrade disc has been returned. Okay. Now... Ooh. Let's put the secret garden right here. That is a 3rd green room, which means I don't double my gems, but that's not a lot anyway. The secret garden spreads fruit throughout the house. And has an apple in it anyway. Is there anything else? There it is, the shovel. The mythical shovel. I can dig. An old shoe, nice. This is a new run, it is a new world. Yeah, that doesn't exist. However, this exists. And this exists. And that exists. The antechamber west door is open. Now. Yes, let's go. I could go back. Ooh, I've got the disc. If I were to freeze my accounts, I would be assured that I would never have... I thought I had upgraded this. I guess I didn't. Must have been a different run. Yes, this is not the first time I have tried. It is the first time I have recorded a dare run. Hello. Today is a good day. 2 pawns. Yeah. Okay. I picked up 2 coins, didn't I? Never draft the den. The kitchen costs a gem. It's got a bunch of food in it. Redraw. That'll do. You can gain a gem instead of losing one. There goes my key. I've just used the secret garden key. The billiard room. Nice. I'm allowed that. If you haven't seen this before, why are you still watching? But in any case, there's this. It's a math puzzle. 18 is equal to 18. 9 plus 4 is 13. 16 minus 10 is 6. 10 minus 8 is 2. 10 times 2 is 20. 15 minus 10 is 5. Times 3 is 15. The silver key. Shall we continue north? Yeah, sure. Let's use the key we just got. I would like to... I can't ever draft the den. The dark room is dangerous because it could result in the den. Let's redraw. The chapel is safe. Did I draft the... I did not. I have the key card today. I did not do security and turning off the doors. And the utility closet I also did not do, so I haven't turned off the gymnasium. So chapel. Costs a coin. Ooh. It doesn't cost a coin because of the shelter again. That's my second one. So I could have taken the gym safely. I'm going to go west from the chapel first because this door is open. This door is locked. This door is not open. This door is open, but that door is not. Okay. In that case, I will go this way. No. And also no, but yes, this one. The planetarium. It's got this list, which isn't going to help us any. And there is nothing else in here of use right now. Unless there's something hiding on one of the chairs. There isn't. Is there a key? No, there's coins, but there's no key. Okay. I guess that means I am going through the billiard room boudoir all the way down across to the hallway, and I can go up again. These rooms are empty. They have to stay that way. That room has to stay empty. That room has to stay empty. Those rooms being empty means I'm okay to do anything over here. But I have to be careful in this block of 12 to not do any bad things. Now, there may be fruit in any of these rooms spread by the secret garden, like that apple, which does not really matter to me. Walking in there to get it cost the step, and then walking back out cost another, and it only gave me 2. Look down in the corridor and lavatory. Nope. Okay. Now there is a meal waiting for me here. A tasty lemon glazed salmon. Charbroiled Cajun spiced salmon, lemon butter sauce served over spinach leaf. Where is my... There it is. Have dinner. Okay, no, I'm gonna leave it. I was just thinking I could increase the visibility of the cursor, but no. Yes, okay. Into the... is there any fruit in here? No. How about in here? Yes, there is a banana. And a lie. Now we can draft north. We cannot draft north. The door is locked. After all that. Okay. I have an upgrade disc, and I am going back to the shelter, and I'm going there through the observatory because that's the open route to it. Is there any fruit in the observatory? No. Any fruit in here? In here is a banana. There's a dig spot. It's got a rock. A nice rock. They're beautiful, huh? Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Not so much. I don't see any fruit in here. I have 86 steps. I can go through all these rooms. I see an orange ahead. Might not be worth it to do that, but I have 87 steps. It doesn't matter. Now, it's a little after 1. Let's not take too long getting back over here. And it's open. Okay, but let's insert this disc. The storeroom. Okay. Storeroom with 2 keys. Storeroom with 2 gems. Or storeroom with 10 coins. I have to take the gems one because of the dares that I've got. The keys would be really nice because keys are what ended the run. There's a gem here anyway. And this is letter 7. Dear Uncle. This one is from Courtney, who we shall never meet. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. But maybe it's okay. Now, let's see. Yeah, I've got nothing else to do here today. So, that will end day 6. Mount Holly, east-facing inn. East wing favored quite a bit. 5 bedrooms, 25 total rooms, reached rank 8 finally, 88 steps, 10 items, and 8 new rooms. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for day 7. Bye.